Speaking of popular drivers, time for, I guess, our side topic that you'll see on the Front Stretch YouTube page as well. So check out the Front Stretch YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. That's for you, Jared. Josh Berry is in kind of the news of Clint Boyer hinted on the broadcast that he has secured a cup ride with quote-unquote a super team next season. And he's done well in his, I guess, injury relief, both of Chase Elliott. I get a second place finish at Richmond, top 10 finish this past week at Dover. I guess he's proven that he belongs in the Cup Series. So my question to you as we wrap up the happy hour, what is Josh Berry's Cup ride next season that it's been hinted at?
I like to eliminate some things first. First things first, we got to eliminate with this charter system going on. I don't see Dale Earnhardt Jr. jumping up to the Cup Series until after the new deal in 2024. And like I said, this ride is for 2024 and beyond. So that kind of rules out the possibility of a new team. Start looking within the Chevy camp. You're going to have to roll out Hendrick Motorsports. All four of those drivers are signed past 2024. And you have some other drivers as well, like Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and you have Corey LaJoie. So you're kind of really scratching your head where within the Chevy camp. But also, you mentioned this earlier, Kevin Harvick's retiring, and he's in a Ford. Did Ford just snatch up one of the more consistent drivers in the Xfinity Series that's talented? And, you have Ty Gibbs as raw talent, but kind of on the opposite spectrum. Josh Berry consistently can get top 10s in and out in even situations like this where he's thrown in for a loop. So I do see the speculation of why that makes sense for Josh Berry to make the 4-car. I'm not going to put all my money in the bank, but I think there's good reason because there's not a lot of room to go upward in the Cup Series.
I agree with you, Jared. I think it's the 4-car. I think him and Rodney Childress, based off of Rodney's background, would mesh well. It's the only kind of logical choice, especially when Clint said super team, because I think that basically goes down to 2 cars, and it's both Fords. It's the 21 and it's the 4. And I lean going Stewart Haas Racing because I think that they are probably better at taking a drive. They're more likely to take a driver who's not as funded compared to the 21. And I kind of see Zane Smith poised for the 21 at this point. So I'm leaning the 4 as well.
So I think we all agree on the 4, but let me introduce a new idea. What if Martin Truex Jr. is retiring? Is Martin Truex Jr. considered a popular driver? Kind of. Joe Gibbs Racing is most certainly a super team. So maybe Toyota just did more than snatch up a Chevrolet team. Maybe they just snatched up a Chevrolet driver as well. So, there's some possibilities there. Personally, I do think it's the 4, but how about an alternative idea?
So, what was the thing, Boyer? Did Boyer say it was super team, popular driver, and did he say that they were retiring, or did he say they?
He just said a super team. So, and Larry McReynolds hinted it would be announced at Coke 600 weekend.
Super team.
And then the couch racing.
It was couch racing.
Yeah, Freddie Kraft has said it wasn't the 19.
Wasn't the 19.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, he did say it wasn't the 19.
No, yeah.
I think John Hunter's getting the 19. If MTJ retires, John Hunter's getting the 19.
Yeah, there's some other drivers in front of him.
I would bet
I did not see
my
that.
life savings.
Might as well just cut me
You're
out
good.
then.
Well, so I would say another possibility. I'm just trying to think of other possibilities besides. Obviously, I think the 4 is the front runner. The 4.
Well, we could just say Stewart Haas because he'd be the 4, the 10.
Yeah. Any of those.
The
other ones I'm
41.
thinking though, if Eric Jones leaves, 43 car maybe. I'm trying to think what else.
But that would be announced at the Coke 600. That's the thing. Like, you got to think about the announcement part.
Another thing, Denny Hamlin's not signed for next year. If FedEx were to leave, FedEx has scaled back a lot. I feel more confident about Denny Hamlin leaving than I do about Truex retiring. Him going to his own team.
Eric Jones signed a multi-year contract in 2022.
Yeah, but contracts are
There's
like...
a thing called a buyout.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying...
Tyler Reddick. I'm just going to use Tyler Reddick as the example.
So I could see the 11 car as another possibility if Denny goes to start his own team. And charters aren't really available, but there's a certain Rick Ware car. If it finishes in the bottom 3 spots, they could lose their charter again. So just throwing that out there as another possibility.
Why do you not think it's Junior Motorsports, Jared?
I mean, this is a time where the, like I said, Junior Motorsports, Dale Jr. has already mentioned that he wants to go to the Cup Series. The only hurdle for him is the charter system and the charter system price. And we've seen prices have climbed since then, and demand's even getting more and more up there. And I think with this next TV deal, we're going to finally figure out where the deal is going to, like I said, where the values of charters are going to be. So making a move now would not be, it not be the best move for Junior Motorsports for their future if they're going to spend a lot of money and they're not worth as much. So I don't think it's Junior Motorsports if they've already announced it's for 2024.
Also, if you think about it, Rick Hendrick owns Junior Motorsports, at least part of it. I know he's part of the ownership group because that was kind of the deal when he came to Hendrick. So he would have to theoretically, I believe, sell that part of it because he can't have any ownership in a 5th Cup team.
I'm sure he would, though.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I'm sure Joe.
I'm just saying there's an extra layer to this.
They ran technically 5 at what, like Watkins Glen with the 17 in the 88, 200cars.com cars at Watkins Glen.
That's the Xfinity series. I'm talking about Cup. Like you only are. Yeah. It's only Cup where you're limited.
Xfinity.
Yeah.
No limited Xfinity.
Gotcha.
So that will do it for episode 3 of the Front Stretch podcast. Make sure you check out our video when we talk about Josh Berry. Most of us agree to the 4 car. Mr. Massey's hinting at a JGR car a little bit. As well as subscribe wherever you get the podcast. Leave us a 5-star review. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Front Stretch Happy Hour. Thank you so much for listening to the Happy Hour. I forget to add that Front Stretch part, so I redo the end.